Hello, welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. Hello, Taurus. I'm going to do your reading for the week of February 17th through February 24th. So we have Mercury retrograde began today. I don't know if you've been feeling the shadow period at all, but welcome. Let's pick some things apart. If you have any comments, please pop them in the comment section and let's take a look and see what's going on with you, Taurus. All right. Here we go. You guys too, huh? All right, so the first card that comes up is the Five of Cups. I always call the Five of Cups my suspicion card. It's the Loch Ness Monster. And the Loch Ness Monster is one of those myths that they always try to sell you and you've got squinty eye. So right now, Taurus, you're suspicious. You're definitely taking a look at people and things and you are not liking what you see and you're just distrustful. You want to see the proof before you decide. Okay, you have a tendency to keep your circle small as it is, Taurus. And so right now, as you're looking forward, you're kind of sitting on the fence. You've got the Two of Swords, Six of one, half dozen of the other. I am seeing a Seven of Coins for you, which might possibly be a transfer of some kind or another. And then I'm also seeing the Star card. So in this sentence, it's telling me that you're really thinking about how the universe is responding to you. The Star card is all about that energy that has to do with balance. You're looking to see what the balance looks like within your 3D and your 5D. You're trying to find out if your spirituality is in alignment with what's going on with you in your day-to-day. You do have the Ace of Swords, which is all about like making good decisions. You're starting to see some reward with that because you have the Nine of Cups. That ultimately means a little bit of celebration, a little bit of, fun and joy in your life. We have the Seven of Swords. I think it was Aries that I just did that had the Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords. And that all references things getting easier. And the last thing that I said during that reading was pretty much like, I think it was Maya Angelou that said, every storm runs out of rain eventually. And here's what's true. And not only have you just like not waited to wait for the rain to stop, you've literally let go of tension or worry about that it's even raining to begin with. It's like dancing in the rain kind of feeling. You're starting to be a little bit more social than you had been like last week. I'm seeing the Four of Cups. You had been coming from keeping your circle small, but you're branching out a little bit. You're going to find yourself wanting to be a little more connected with individuals. You're going to find yourself wanting to spend time with others. And you're definitely going to want some attention. Boom, Magician has come up in every reading so far, but that's got Mercury. The Magician is the Mercury card. And that's our great trickster. And he's the one that's going to play with our emotions and communication. So as we are sitting here looking at the Magician, just remember to take some extra time with everything that you're doing right now. And what I mean by that is if you know that you have to travel, you can eliminate the stress. I mean, you're not going to eliminate that there's a problem. You're not going to eliminate that a flight got delayed or canceled or whatever the case may be, but you can change how you deal with it. So for example, if you prepare for the worst and you show up with a little extra cash and a book to read and some comfortable clothes, you're not going to feel stuck because you're going to have things to accommodate you in the meantime. So take some extra time with your travel, with your relationships, with your communication. I don't know about you, individuals out there, Taurus, but for some of you, I'm seeing the Six of Cups, and that is travel. I'm seeing some celebration and going by the water. Interestingly enough, and this might possibly be for people who have a little of both the Taurus and the Aries, but we have the exact same cards in this deck that we had with Aries, and that's the Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords. And that's saying that the tension that's been going on around you is definitely lifted. You're feeling like things are running much smoother, like a well-oiled machine. I do see a Six of Wands, a bonus or some money coming your way. Look at that. Love and money is the same energy. So the Page of Cups, and I know that not every Taurus is in a relationship or single, but the Page of Cups definitely references a new relationship. It might also be a renewal within the relationship that you're in. So if you have like a little honeymoon phase, you can expect things to be juicy. But notice here too, you have the Two of Wands and then the Two of Swords. So here's the tendency with the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is the mentality that you are going to lose one thing if you take another. You're going to lose your house because you want to live in the suburbs if you take the city job, but you'll make more money. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's going to be a trade-off, but it's definitely going to feel as if you have to give something up. And then you have the Two of Wands, which is indecision. Remember, though, that indecision is a decision. So as you're sitting in the middle of the road, not much movement is happening for you. And I can see that that may cause some of this frustration that had been going on before. But you're starting to see the wheels lubricate a little bit and that engine start to run, and you're starting to have a little bit more positivity and foresight and a little bit more excitement for life. There isn't a terrible card in your reading right now, not one. Not like Aries, who was all up and down and all over the place and bipolar, looking like a Gemini. But I'm telling you right here, Two of Wands, indecision, Two of Swords, which is a tough decision. And definitely just ride it out, because I do see travel, celebration, good decisions. The Magician is telling me that you're going to be starting to be required to show up a little bigger in your life. Are you finding that you need to start taking a little more leadership or behaving in such a way that you have more control over the outcome? Okay. Like I said, Nine of Cups is celebration and fun. So get you out and have some fun and look at social. So let's pull some cards for you on your relationships and see what is going on with you emotionally. For you Aquarius moons. Boom. Ace of Pentacles. See, this is all looking good still. You guys are going to be a Taurus for the win right now, because you're the first reading that didn't have a lot of complicated shit. So here's what's true. Ace of Pentacles, which is, you know, you acquiring the pinnacle of everything. It's like money. I don't know why money cards are showing up, but maybe you're dealing with some finances with family. I do see the Nine of Cups, which is regret. It tells me that you aren't enjoying a lot of your relationships. Five of Cups, you want things to go back to the way they used to be. Five of Cups, you know, it would be better if you had those two cups or that person. So let's say if this was a relationship, you know, you don't have the connection that you once had, or it was really great and something shifted and now you're like, well, it's not as fun if it's not the way it used to be. I do see that you are very worried that some people or things may not be who or what they say they were, because we have the Ten of Cups at the end of the sentence right here. What I mean by the Ten of Cups is this card here is celebration, perfect relationship, Disneyland. And what I always say about Disneyland, it's got the flip side. Every card has a positive and every card has a negative. But here's what's true. The Ten of Cups references perfection. It's the fantasy, it's the myth, it's the fairy tale. And when you have the fairy tale, you have a tendency to hold it up on a big pedestal and you want it to be perfect, and you're just like, that's the deal, that's the guy, that's the relationship, and you have it like up on a pedestal. But right now you're of two minds. You have the Two of Pentacles, so it's the Queen of Cups, so love, you're on the fence. The Tower card is saying that you don't feel that this fantasy is real. You don't feel that this relationship can live up to what your expectations are. It's so good, you're trying to doubt whether it's going to pay off or be the thing that you think it could be. I'm also seeing, see, there's that Four of Cups that goes with the Five of Cups. The Four of Cups is, again, you know, you just can't enjoy what's in front of you right now. You want things to be a little different. I see the Ace of Cups. And Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands. Stop being so defensive and stubborn, Taurus, because I'm seeing the Seven of Wands. You have your weapons out everywhere you go. Just remember, if you walk down the street, I don't care if you're in Texas and it's a gun-carrying state, or, you know, wherever you may be, you put a gun on your hip and everybody's going to look at you a little differently. Now, they may not interact with you differently, but they're definitely going to notice that you have a weapon out. That's all I'm saying. You're not threatening anyone, but just notice how you're showing up, because you're coming across as a little bit defensive. Maybe not aggressive, but I don't know if someone owes you an apology or someone's going to ask you out. But the Knight of Wands definitely means someone coming your way. And I see your heart is in everything right now. And that's not something that you're comfortable with. You like to be right, you like to be comfortable, and you like to have things come to you. I am seeing, though, that you're fighting because the most important thing to you is balance. And as you sit here and you move forward with your relationships, it's very important that you have balance, temperance within your relationships, within your communication, within things that are in your life. If you're snooping on social media, or if you're dating on social media, I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles. Love is in your energy right now. However, you are undecided. Two of Swords. Indecision is a decision. So you either need to give it your all or get out. Seriously, like that's all there is to this. And truly, when you when you sit on the fence and you're not sure, you might chase some people away. But as you're a little coming across defensive wise and starting to be prickly, just know perception is projection sometimes. But you just are so afraid of the fantasy, and you're kind of so afraid of the relationship that it could be that good. Don't do the self-sabotage thing and poke it too much. Sit back and relax a little bit. Some of you are out there online dating, or you're doing the snoop thing. You want to poke around and see what people are up to, and kind of window shop a little bit and see what they're up to. Let's pull a card for you from Divination of the Ancients and see what your divine message is for the week. Definitely tired of being sick, y'all. Let us see what your Divination of the Ancients looks like for Taurus. I want this one. Palmistry. Granny glasses. Here we go. Palmistry for Taurus. Interpretation. How cool is that? So your card for the week in your incantation, it says too often. Taurus, if this ain't you, I don't know what is. So it's too often you draw conclusions that leave you feeling upset or frustrated. But your reactions are due entirely to your own interpretation of what others say and the situations you find yourself in. Adopt a new way of thinking that will help you embrace life and live it to the full. This is funny to me because I just did a reading for someone who was telling me their interpretation of certain things that went back and forth, and she's a Taurus. So adopt a new way of thinking that will help you embrace life and live it to the full. That's why you're here after all. Spruce yourself up in appearance, if you will, but definitely in mind. It's one of my favorite coaching techniques is to get people to dress up for a week. It changes you. And don't underestimate the power of a hot shower. Definitely spruce yourself up in mind. Embark on a task or journey with a new and positive attitude. Grabbing opportunities with gusto and purpose will turn your life around, and you will find you achieve more than you ever have. Soon, you'll notice that others' attitudes towards you will become more affirming as yours will to them and to anything else that comes your way. Perception is projection. How you perceive the world to be is how you receive the world. So how you perceive, if you're in a bad mood and you be like, that guy's an asshole, well, guess what? Maybe you're the one putting that energy out. Remember, I'm not saying every result is your fault, but I am saying that just take notes on how you show up sometimes, because I think you'd be surprised at how prickly you can be perceived if you're not aware or slow down enough to be soft with the people that you love. So the incantation for the week, Taurus, is I resented what I saw. Life was dull. I wanted more. I read the wrong way into things. Now I read them right and my heart sings. And then it says here at the bottom, what you deem as bad is another man's good. Nothing is all black or white, and look at a situation through different eyes. Visit a psychic, it says. You're welcome. Book through karmaondeck.com if you want a reading with me. Anyways, some openings tomorrow. Consider where life has taken you and make changes if need be. Well, there you have it, Taurus. Like, subscribe, share, stick around a while. Let me know how your reading went, how you feel it applies to you. Tell me where you are in the world, and I will catch you on the flip side and see you on the live. Namaste, beautiful people.